All right, we're about to start the first jam of half number 2 of game number 1. We've got Roxy Balboa in there, and she's taking on Men of Fright.
Men of Fright back on the track. Roxy taking lead jammer.
Knocks her socks off, heading to the penalty box. Our penalty box again brought to you by A Little More Interesting.
And with everybody in the penalty box, it looks like Roxy has 0 qualms making it through the pack. She picks up 4 points.
Men of Fright also getting through the pack, grabbing 4 points.
Rocky calling it off. 4 more points for her. She could use it. 119 to 40 as we stand right now. Amazing. Good job, Betties. We got some work to do. You can do it though. I have seen it happen, so you can do it. Electrocutioner is on the track. Going up against Richie. And they're off. Electrocutioner getting hit to the outside. Richie, the same thing. Neck and neck, everybody.
Richie ran into just a really solid hit by Motor Vader.
Richie's been doing amazing every single time she's been on so far. Not this time. She has picked up lead jam status. This time she has not done that.
Now, this is the first jam that she's been a jammer where she did not get lead jam.
So yes. Electrocutioner calling it off. 0 points either side.
Rotten Broad lining up for the Tarsand Betties, taking on Roadhouse Brews. And for Patrick Swayze fans all the world over, Roadhouse, awesome.
Well done, Roadhouse.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, you mean the lead jam thing too.
Yeah. Good job. Calling it off, picking up 3 points.
Yeah, some quick hit it and quit it action.
Well done. Well done. Ooh, Motor Vader, 501st, up against Punchkin, number 2.
See, when I see 501, I think Levi's jeans, and then I think back to my sad, pathetic childhood where we could not afford them, and I cried myself to sleep every night.
See, 501st is totally a Star Wars thing. Just throwing that out there.
And you'd know, because you speak French.
And I've also been at the con all day.
So you're saying that speaking French really didn't help you in that?
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I told all my French teachers back in school.
Well, I do know that Motor Vader has made it to be lead jam status. Well done.
I don't know if you know this, but in French that would be 501.
St. Cinq cent et un. Calling it off from the inside of the track. Well done. Good job. She pulls in 3 more points with that. That was. Had to correct you.
Men of Fright lining up for the B-52 Bellas, taking on
Roxy
Balboa.
She's been doing really well, that Roxy. She's been hitting everybody, doing amazing.
It's one of the few times when you can say that hitting everybody is doing well.
It is.
So I'll tell you, around the office, they get really mad at me.
See, she's demonstrating it right now. She's hitting Chris My Ass real hard, and she makes it through. Lead jam status to Roxy Balboa.
She just shrugged off those blows by Chris My Ass, who is no slouch when it comes to hitting people.
And it looks like we have another star pass, everybody. Chris My Ass dons the star. See if she can pick up some more points. Roxy picking up 1 point before she calls it off, or 2 points rather. Well done. Chris My Ass picks up 1 more point.
When I hear Star Pass, I think Care Bears. I'm just saying.
I understand a little bit.
I don't know why, but it just seems like Star Pass.
They're sharing. That's what it is.
Sharing rhymes with caring.
Care Bears. Oh, I get it.
But they're still bears and they will eat you.
Oh, you read that one, eh?
Fright Night lining up against Richie.
Fright taking on that front wall there. Not having too much luck. Richie sneaking around on the outside. Well done. Lead jam goes to Richie one more time.
Just a burst of speed there around the outside.
Before like the first corner, actually. Well done. Like a bullet, Richie picks up 4 more points and calls it off. Well done, Richie.
And she appears to be happy with that.
Just a little bit. I don't know. A little bit.
Roxy Balboa lining up for the Tarsand Betties up against Roadhouse Brews for the B-52 Bellas.
As we speak, we are sitting at 128 for the B-52 Bellas. Tarsand Betty sitting at 50.
Roxy letting Roadhouse know she's there as she goes past.
Roxy up against Chris My Ass yet again. Sneaking on the inside, she makes it through. She is lead jammer.
Chris My Ass heading to the penalty box.
Roxy calling it off. Betty's picking up 1. Bella's 2. Or other way around. Betty's 2, Bella's 1. They're too similar.
They really are.
B-52s. Let's go.
And looks like Pumpkin lining up against Motivator.
Punchkin, lead jammer, like a bullet. Holy cow, did you see that? Motivator trying her damnedest to
tiki,
get
bang,
by.
bang.
Holy cow.
I'm not going to call that textbook blocking, but that was pretty fantastic.
Technically, it's legal. Good job. Wow.
That was knocks her socks off and Kiki Tiki Bang Bang.
That was
Bit of
sweet.
a clinic in thinking outside the box.
Really, though, that was amazing. I loved it. Dread Drum taking on Menno Fright now.
That's actually how it looked when I went roller skating, but it was nowhere near as intentional.
That's impressive still.
Not really, no.
Did you fall?
I did not, but only by the grace of others.
There you go. Well done. Dread Drum is lost somewhere in the pack from here. I can't really see. Looks like she's at the front wall. Men of Fright trying her damnedest to make it past as well.
Betty's doing a great job penning in Men of Fright.
These walls are strong. Huge hit sending her into the inside. Menefrite is now going to have to go to the back of the pack to avoid a track cut penalty.
And a smart move there by Electrolux, who took a moment to stop the black blocker from going too far back.
Dread Drum sneaking through on a technicality. Well done. Push them as far as they can go until it's illegal hitting zone.
Fright Night called for an elbow. She's on her way to the penalty box.
Dread Drum, huge hit to that first turn there.
And Chris Moyas also headed to the penalty box.
Dread Drum calling it off, even though there's not another jammer. 2 points to the Betties.
With about 19 minutes left in the game, looks like we're having a timeout called.
Little powwow. Make sure that they can hold on to their points, and Tarsand Betties can regroup so that they can also get a couple points. They could use some. 54 to 133. B52 Bellas in the lead.
And we have an awesome bouncy castle.
It is so cool. I totally want to try that.
The bouncy castle was provided by Dennis Plintz and Associates with Sotheby's International Realty. Because when I think of a home that can take a licking, the bouncy castle definitely sends the right message.
All right, that's about it. Come on now. Let's try that again. It looks like Richie is going up against Bel Camino on the line.
Bel Camino and Richie.
Yes.
Excellent. Both jammers have been quite impressive today, I have to say.
Ooh, pile up, aisle derby. They're okay. They're good.
Yeah, that looked really not fun.
It doesn't usually. I don't think so.
Yeah, so looks like a bunch of people heading to the penalty box. I can't keep track of them all.
And we're gonna take a knee, everyone out there. Just to make sure that she's doing all right.
always does the heart good when you see them skate off under their own power. This is a contact sport, and injuries do happen, and that's why we're very thankful to our EMT volunteers.
Thank you. Safety's always first. So I wonder who's on the line.
Oh, actually,
I have no idea. Who's on the line, guys? Who is it?
if I hear them correctly, it sounds like Roadhouse Brews for the B-52 Bellas taking on Electrocutioner.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds right.
I can't help it. When I hear Roadie, I always think of Iron Man's buddy War Machine.
Nice. Roadhouse pushing her way through the pack. It's lead jammer. Well done, Roadhouse Bruce.
Electrocutioner also through the pack. Both teams with jammers in scoring position.
Roadhouse calling it off. Picking up 3 points.
Motivator taking on Chris Myas. I might be wrong, but I think this is our first time with Chris Myas playing for the Bellas.
She has had the panty passed to her. Like a bullet, though, she's already lead jammer. Holy cow, that was fast. I don't think they were expecting that.
Once again, Chris Myas had a great off-season playing for Team Canada in the World Cup of Roller Derby in Dallas. And she grabs 4 points for the B-52 Bellas and calls off the jam.
Collecting her points, calling it off immediately. Well done. Roxy Balboa going up against Menno Fright. 16.5 minutes left of the game. 139 to 54. The Bellas still in the lead.
Just over 16 minutes left to play and lots of points left to be scored. This is still open. Anything can happen.
Oh. Men of Fright picks up lead jam status as she hits Electrocutioner on her way around.
Electrocutioner called for that hit there on knocks her socks off.
Wow, that was hard.
Man of Fright picks up 4 points for the Bellas.
That was. Punchkin going up against Barbicidal Maniac.
I gotta say, that is a rad name, Barbicidal Maniac.
I know, right?
I love that. Punchkin makes it through, grabs lead jam.
Barbicido's having an issue getting through that front wall. Punchkin making it past Balcamino, picking up 5 points on that pass.
Punchkin forced to the back of the pack, but a big hit there by Motor Vader on Punchkin.
Punchkin finally calling it off from the inside of the pack, picking up 3 points as she goes.
That's 1 point for each of the coins in a fountain, each one seeking happiness.
Is that a real thing?
That is 3 coins in a fountain, really?
I have no.
3 coins in a fountain,
I don't know.
each one seeking happiness.
What are you doing?
Really?
Stop it. Showing your age there, bud.
Yeah.
Rotten Broughton stuck at the back of the pack. Chris my ass, of course. Front and center lead jammer.
Nice hit there. I believe that was
Roxy
Balboa.
Balboa.
A good solid hit on Chris my ass.
I could
Chris
hear
calls-
that.
Yeah, Chris
here.
calls it off, grabbing 4 points for the Bellas, while the echo of that hit still
It was, yeah.
rocks the building.
So, she's a good hitter, and she's a pretty good jammer.
She's sort of
She's pretty good.
a bunch of good at a bunch of stuff.
She's good at stuff.
Yeah.
Good job at stuff. I can't see. Metaphrite and Electrocutioner on the line. Wasn't sure if that was a false start or not. It was not.
Men of Right picks up lead jam. And looks like Chris My Ass is on her way to the penalty box.
Yeah, but she's smiling about it, so.
And while we're talking about Bella's going to the penalty box.
Give her a round of applause. She's getting up. She's doing all right. Electrocutioner, she's all right.
I can honestly say that if any of the big hits that have happened in this game happened to me, and I'm a tough guy, I would be dead.
You'd be floored for
I would be
yes.
dead on the floor. Little pieces of me broken and spinning in the middle of the floor. These are incredibly tough athletes. Okay, fine, big pieces of me, fine.
Thank you. There you go.
Remember that time when I got to announce with you for the first time and you ripped my heart out? Oh, that was tonight.
That's right now. Oh.
It's happening.
Remember that time that I wasn't sorry about it?
Ouch. So the refs had a huddle to discuss that. It was decided that that was a reckless high block by Chris Mayas that caused that injury, and so Chris has been ejected from the game. Roxy Balboa lining up against Punchkin Pie. Roxy Balboa punches her way through some solid blocking and gets that lead jam spot. And Punchkin has passed the star to Masquerade.
And Roxy has called it off. Picking up 4 more points for the Betties. 100-point spread, but whatever. Every little bit helps.
11 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game. 158 for the Bellas, 58 for the Tarsand Betties. That's a 100-point difference.
It is. Roadhouse going against Red Rum. Sorry, Dread Drum. Sorry, that's my bad. That black wall has definitely strengthened. Roadhouse is having a time making it through, but she finally does it. Picking up Lee Chan's status. Dread coming up against Electra. And she finally makes it.
Roadhouse with a gigantic grin on her face grabs 4 points for the Bellas and calls off the jam.
It's almost maniacal how big that smile is. Holy cow.
And it never fades.
No.
Like, I think if you shot her, she would have that smile on her face. Not that I'm saying you should.
Don't.
That would be
We
bad.
do not support that in here. Men of Fright going up against Rocky Balboa. Both pack lines at the front.
Both teams solidly trapping jammers in really good blocking walls.
Ooh. Did you see that roll? Well done. Men of Fright sneaking past. Rocky hot on her tails. Lead jam status going to Men of Fright.
No. Men of Fright calling off the jam. Sometimes it just makes sense when that other jammer is
Jammer
behind
on
you.
jammer action, though, is by far one of my favorite things ever. I love it when they hit each other. Jammer on jammer action. Go, go.
Absolutely
Love
agree.
it.
Although I'm not going to do the little hopping thing.
Good.
D Cypher taking the jam line for the B-52 Bellas up against Motor Vader.
Motor Vader.
Number 600 and Unst.
Sure, let's go with that. Wow, that green wall is not ebbing or flowing. Getting chased down, and she finally makes it. She is lead jammer.
But she had some hard work to get that lead jam spot.
She definitely did. Sneaking around on the inside, she picks up 5 points for the Betties.
Meanwhile, rocks her socks off, heading to the penalty box. And it looks like D-Cypher as well. Jammer for the Bellas got a cut track penalty. So that's going to make this a power jam.
Or, in French, c'est un super jam tout le monde.
Super jam.
Super jam.
I'm about as French as like a box of cornflakes or flocon de maize.
Whoa, big hit to Belcamino, who is now the jammer.
Tiki tiki bang bang. Letting her know she's there.
She gave it her all and got knocked to the floor. One-on-one, can she do it? Yes. Yes, she does. Picking up 4 more points. That's Belcamino. And that's 2 minutes, folks.
Gotta say, the Tarsand Betties are really on fire right now.
They're bringing it. 162 to 72. Bella's in the lead. 6.5 minutes on the clock, everybody.
Roadhouse Brews lining up against Roxy Balboa.
Roxy's
Both jammers have done a fantastic job tonight.
absolutely, and Roxy was trying to make sure that she wouldn't make throw. Oh, tough call. Who made it? Lead jammer goes to Roadhouse Brews.
You were saying something about the little jammer on jammer action?
I love it. I love it. This is my jam right here. That pack is so fast right now. Trying their damnedest to catch up. What are they gonna do?
Roadhouse absorbs a couple solid bumps and finds her way through on the inside. Roxy Balboa is still hot in her quads.
Roadhouse is just playing with her a little bit. She's
Both
having
jammers.
so much fun right
Both
now.
jammers grabbing 4 points that time around.
And she calls it.
On that
was
last
so
run
much
through.
fun.
Ah, super
So
fun.
much fun.
Bellas
Love
pick up
it.
1 point. No points on that last run for the Tarsand Betties.
Men of Fright going up against Rotten Broughton. And they're off. Men of Fright pulling out in front. Rotten finally making it through. Rotten gets lead jam.
I didn't see it, but I guess Men of Fright had a penalty on that play.
That's the only way she didn't make it as lead jammer.
We're going to call that process of elimination announcing.
Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yep, because I have no idea.
No. Wait a minute. We're supposed to be the professionals, right?
Oh, gosh, no.
Ah!
Punchkin taking on Roxy Balboa.
Roxy's out in front. She makes it. Lead jam. And the pack is trying to outskate them both. Hopefully Punchkin can catch up. No, Roxy calls it off just in time. 0 points for either team. Smart.
2.5 minutes left in this first game of our doubleheader today. So far, it's been awesome.
So good.
And we have a timeout called by the Tarsand Betties.
In this time, let's remind you of our penalty box sponsor, a little more interesting, Calgary's Sex Positive Store. Sensual, tasteful, romantic, sex-positive boutique. Women-friendly, non-judgmental atmosphere. 3 locations. Check them out in Kensington, McLeod Trail, and 17th Ave. Definitely making this bout a little more interesting.
Absolutely. And we should also say a huge shout out to Playtime Rentals and Radars Rentals. And our friends at Rad Printing, Demonized Clothing, Carrie's Closet, Nerd Roller Skates, rollergirl.ca, Wicked Skatewear, Sports Bras, Sparrow Apparel and 31 Gifts, the CRDA Bake Sale Table, Team and League Merch Tables, Dickens, who have a bunch of cool shows coming up. Just ask Chucky Deadman.
All right, let's get back to this. Just under 2.5 minutes left. Let's see what damage we can do, eh?
Absolutely. Roadhouse and Rotten Broughton. Again, really solid defense on both sides.
Rotten trying to make it through. Can she do it? She's up against one other. Yes. Lead jammer.
No pack called, allowing Roadhouse Bruce to sneak through. And Rotten Broughton calls it off after grabbing 4 quick points for the Tarsand Betties.
Menefright going up against Electrocutioner. I like the way she spelled that.
It has a Q.
I like it. And they're off. Menefright trying to make her way through. Ebbing and flowing.
Lots of pushing and shoving. Fright Night trying her best to keep Menefright out of the lead jam spot, but to no avail. That's a weird phrase. No one ever says, and to avail.
No? That is weird.
And Fright Night making her way to the penalty box.
Menefright picking up 5 points on that pass. Electrocutioner, huge hit, sends her to her knees. She's looking a little tired.
Menefright grabbing 5 more points there, getting that extra point for lapping the jammer.
Roxy Balboa takes up the panty. She is now the jammer. Menefright calling it off, picking up 4 more points. 1 point for the Betties.
It's true, we saw a star pass.
Star pass. You know what? Yes, I love that.
I know, right?
Yes.
It just hit me right then.
Well done, sir.
All right, so unofficially, our final score is B52 Bellas 181, Tarsand Betties 81. Again, that is not official until such time as someone tells me, hey, now that's official.
We are waiting for them to do all their counts and make sure it's all good. Dotting the I's, crossing the T's.
They're like the Santa Claus of roller derby.
Sure.
They make a list, they check it twice.
Well, they're going to do their victory lap anyways. All right. I hope you enjoyed your first bout. Bout number 2, I'm sure, will be starting shortly. Come on down. Shake some hands. Good job, ladies.